Hey yo, what's up my brothers and sisters? Y'all know who it is. It's your brother Hurricane Universo Bean. There's some more shop talk for y'all. Now look here, man. Shop talk. I wanted to make this video about a week ago. I should have, alright, when it was fresh on my brain, but it hit me again, y'all. And I had a deep conversation with two elders, alright, male and female, alright. Now, the two elders was of different religious background. All right, they had religious background. Now, the female elder had a religious background that was more of, I don't want to say Hindu because I don't want to get it wrong, but her religious background was that she believed that everything had spirit. You know, I forgot what religion that is, but everything from the trees to a table to a chair, you know what I'm saying? Everything has spirit or soul. You see what I'm saying? And the male elder, he's a Christian. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if you guys already know my stance on it, okay? But I am non-religion, okay? I'm not per se an atheist either. You see what I'm saying? But what I come from is that I don't base my reality off of belief. I have my own beliefs, all right? But I don't base them off of the beliefs of religion. You see what I'm saying? Mine are more nature-based, you know, things that I can prove within my reality. You see what I'm saying? And I also believe in energy, and that energy never dies. And I feel like our souls are just literal cosmic energy, all right, that is being housed for a certain period of time within the body. And as the body dies off, our energy then ascends and then descends into another body. And then the birthing process continues. This is what I call the cycle of life. You see what I'm saying? This is how I feel like we continue to be infinite. All right. So that's a little bit of my background on what I subscribe to. Okay. Now, with that being said, I also teach that we are the natural rockets. Our souls are rockets, and we are the true rockets that boom or boost our way out of here. All right, out of this reality to our next reality or our next lifetime. Okay. Now, many other people of a like mind, like me or whatever, they speak of this same ideology. You see what I'm saying? And most are usually flat earthers or people that really look into the ancient cosmology. All right. Now, this is what caught their attention. I'm sorry. Me and the male elder, we was having a conversation. All right. And the conversation was about what happens when we die. Certain things that happens when people get influenced or when an impression is left upon us, all right, versus a possession or people saying that the spirit took over me, you know what I'm saying, and all that. We was having that kind of convo, and a loved one of mine, a dear loved one of mine, they had a passing in their family, all right, and I know this person dearly, so they wouldn't lie to me on this stuff, but they're saying that basically when their loved one passed away, the house still had a certain feeling about it, and also they had cameras within the house, and the cameras, when they was watching the cameras back, the video that the camera was catching, when they watched it back, they was catching a few certain little paranormal type activities, you see what I'm saying? And it was just kind of, ain't that something, when I said paranormal activities. It's just the daggone light timer, y'all. That's all it is. Light timer. That's all it is. All right. Reset the timer. Okay. Now, back to what I was saying. So, paranormal activities. Okay. Now, it wasn't no crazy stuff like she's in a daggone couch or something levitating, go across the room. No, nothing like that. But certain little eerie things that they were seeing, you know, this would move, that would happen, a certain little mist going across the cameras. Now, certain things like that, this is what I feel, okay, what I think is going on, okay, and this is what caught the elders' attention, all right, when I speak of this. I was speaking about us being the natural rockets and our souls boosting out of here, but also what I think happens is that just like when a rocket boosts out, you have the exhaust, all right, that comes from the rocket, the smoke, right? Same thing with a car. When a car presses on the gas and leaves, you know, the exhaust comes out. I think the same thing happens with the souls, y'all. Same thing happens with us. And depending on how big of a vibration you left here, and how much your frequency has evolved and shining brighter. You see what I'm saying? Because we're stars, okay? We're the stars, all right? And depending on how bright you shine, all right, and how big your vibration is upon leaving, I think that determines on how much more of an exhaust you leave. You see what I'm saying? So it's almost like an inhale, exhale type of thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when we inhale, literally the soul is coming into the body. That's an inhale, all right? Cosmic inhale, if you will. And a cosmic exhale would be when we leave the body. So think about this, to exhale. We do this, walk with me here, we do this when we're exhausted. Exhaust. So I'm saying, think about when you're exhausted and you do that big breather. That big old sigh. Think about that. That big sigh is like a big exhale, right? And when we exit this realm, okay, it's a big exhaust that we leave behind. So I think that in some cases, maybe not all, but to me in some cases, this right here to me holds weight, that we are leaving behind an exhaust, okay? An exhaust that is left behind from us booming out of here to our next lifetime, all right, or our next reality, okay? And what's left behind is still felt or seen, okay, by our loved ones, because of us leaving an impression on them. See, this is why I think, man, it's all, it ain't, I don't believe in possession and all that kind of stuff. I believe in literally impressions and influence, all right? I feel like our loved ones or people that are close to us influence us while they're here and when they pass. Because everything that they've told us and taught us is all up here. It's in the memory. Not only that, it's felt. An impression is something that is imprinted upon you. It's stamped on you. You see what I'm saying? Regardless if it's on your body or if it's on your soul or in your mind. It's stamped in your mind, okay? They left an impression, all right? And you then take that with you. You see what I'm saying? The impression, the influence. I don't think that it's a spirit within you telling you. I think that is you. We need to give ourselves this credit, man. I think that's you, all right? I'm gonna end this video soon because this has to be a part 2. I didn't even get into the conversation that me and the 2 elders had, okay? But I'm just letting you know this is what's gonna graft the convo. This is what grafted the conversation, all right? Is that the female elder heard me and the male talking about this whole death concept, all right? And that's what caught the attention. You see what I'm saying? Is that the male elder, he pretty much was believing in, you know, he feels like the spirits come and, you know, they pretty much influence you in this way or that way. All I was saying was that I think that the spirit that's within us that drives us to do this or that, that's already in us. What to me we open our mind to or our ears to is what impression was already left upon us from our loved ones or the influence. We get influenced by what our loved ones told us in the past. Like for instance, if your grandma always said, boy, you always need to this and that, you know, whatever. That right there is imprinted on your mind and in your memory. You will always remember that. So regardless if you play it back to where grandma may be saying something different, it may be put in your own words, because this is your mind. Remember, give yourself credit, all right? It's your spirit, all right? It's your spirit that is taking in this influence. So your spirit allows you to go back in your mind and it brings forth what grandma told you. You see what I'm saying? It comes to the front of your mind, and then it's a memory within your mind. And then your spirit acknowledges that and then takes that forward. So it's not to me, okay? This is just to me. It's not your actual grandmother coming from the dead or coming from a whole nother reality and she's making a trip specially to come over here and tell you something. You can believe that though. There's nothing wrong with believing that, okay? I'm just giving you my perspective and what makes more sense to me. Grandma is in a whole nother reality right now. She's living her best life probably, okay? All right, and she may be waiting on you for when you boost or boom out of this reality and make that trip. But I don't think that grandma is literally making a trip from her reality over here, okay, to tell you something and then going back. All right. Now, maybe you're visiting each other through dreams, lucid dreaming and what have you. But I'm talking about just regular. If you're up, you're moving, you're grooving, you're doing something, and all of a sudden something hits you and says, "Nah, grandma wouldn't want me to do that." Or grandma would say, you know, she might even say it in your mind. Because remember, you can interpret how you get the info. You see what I'm saying? Your mind can interpret that itself. You see what I'm saying? So it could be in grandma's voice. The message and everything could be in grandma's voice. All right. But it's really the influence. You're being influenced by what grandma would have said to you had she had been here. You see what I'm saying?